Sergeant, U.S. Marine Corps Joseph Derringer, will now read the Medal of Honor citation that is being awarded to Dakota Meyer today.
It's an honor to be here today. The President of the United States, in the name of the Congress, takes pleasure in presenting the Medal of Honor to Corporal Dakota L. Meyer, United States Marine Corps, for service as set forth in the following. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the repeated risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty as a member of Marine Embedded Training Team 28, Regional Corps Advisory Command 37 in Kunar Province, Afghanistan on 8 September 2009. When the forward element of his combat team began to be hit by intense fire from roughly 50 Taliban insurgents dug in and concealed on the slopes of Afghanayal village, Corporal Meyer mounted a gun truck, enlisted a fellow Marine to drive, and raced to attack the ambushers and aid the trapped Marines and Afghan soldiers. During a 6-hour firefight, Corporal Meyer single-handedly turned the tide of the battle, saved 36 Marines and soldiers, and recovered the bodies of his fallen brothers. 4 separate times he fought the kilometer up into the heart of a deadly U-shaped ambush. During the fight, he killed at least 8 Taliban, personally evacuated 12 friendly wounded, and provided cover for another 24 Marines and soldiers to escape likely death at the hands of a numerically superior and determined foe. On his first foray, his lone vehicle drew machine gun, mortar, rocket grenade, and small arms fire, while he rescued 5 wounded soldiers. His second attack disrupted the enemy's ambush, and he evacuated 4 more wounded Marines. Switching to another gun truck because his was too damaged, they again sped in for a 3rd time, and as a turret gunner, killed several Taliban attackers at point-blank range and suppressed enemy fire so 24 Marines and soldiers could break out. Despite being wounded, he made a 4th attack with 3 others to search for missing team members. Nearly surrounded and under heavy fire, he dismounted the vehicle and searched house to house to recover the bodies of his fallen team members. By his extraordinary heroism, presence of mind amidst chaos and death, and unselfish devotion to his comrades in the face of great danger, Corporal Meyer reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. Thank you.
Many things in life, both good and bad, and I have to say it's made me the strong man that I am today. I cherish my friends and my family more than anything in this world, as they have always been there for me through the good times and the bad. I've been all over the world, pick a place, and I've probably been there. But my days of traveling are far from over. I have a competitive spirit and am driven by my ambitions, which include first and foremost happiness, and whatever that encompasses. I'm not afraid to take chance and risk, no risk, no reward, but I do understand that for every action there is a consequence. That is what Aaron did himself.
Aaron's mom called me about a week ago, and she had received a call from Dakota Meyer, and she asked me if I would put together a graveside ceremony. Her daughters just had babies, and she was busy with what was going on down at Central Command today. And I have to say, it was such a blessing doing this, because it gives you a chance to just think about what's important in life and everything that we hold dear in our country. And they make that all possible for us, all that sacrifice. Nobody signs up to win the Medal of Honor. There's no competition to do it. It's earned on a road to what surely at the time must feel like hell. And you're there because it's exactly what your country has asked you to do. I've read many of the stories of the Medal of Honor recipients, and one thing that always strikes me after reading the events that took place in battle is when the lucky ones are interviewed, and most of these are given posthumously, like Jason Dunham's was. They recall that they didn't do anything out of the ordinary. They just did what they had to do that day. And it really makes me wonder whether extreme valor and bravery has something to do with DNA. I don't know. A hero's action is always extraordinary because it's opposite of what the human instinct tells you to do about self-preservation and survival, and run and get out of there and danger and everything. And these guys can run into it. And I've often wondered if and I'm sure many of us do, if we'd be brave enough to run into danger. And Medal of Honor recipients don't ever have to ponder that question. Some say that a nation is defined by its heroes. We are a great nation that has great heroes. And we have yet another one being honored today here, Aaron Kennefick, and in Washington, Dakota Meyer. There are fewer than 140 Medal of Honor recipients alive today. And Dakota Meyer will hopefully live a very, very long time so that he can tell his children of that dreadful day when 5 heroes died. And I'm sure he'll tell the story just that way. We honor Aaron Kennefick here today at his final resting place, as Dakota requested. God blessed this country with Aaron for 30 years, and while you and I did everything that we were doing for 13 years, he stood on the wall and got between us and evil. And may God bless this country with many more. And thank you so much for coming today.
My apologies. I'm a little choked up. So, good evening, Divine Ones. Thank you for being here. Stacy, thank you, brother, for being here as well. Um, Today is the National Medal of Honor Day, and we thought it would be a very fitting tribute to pay honor to one of our own, Susan Price, who's a senator, fellow senator out of Florida, who is a Gold Star mother. This was her son, Aaron Kennefick, who was killed in action, and we had to pay high respects to those men who helped rescue the fallen out of this operation to make sure that they were able to make it home to their families. And this is a tribute to those who displayed the highest act of bravery to rescue the fallen. So thank you for that. Thank you, Susan, for allowing us to pay tribute and homage to your beautiful son, our brother, Aaron Kennefick. We thank him for his sacrifice. We thank him for his service to our nation. And we thank you for your service to our nation as well, Divine One. Thank you so much. That was a video compilation that was done by one of our moderators, Shelley Hess, otherwise known as CB's daughter. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate that very much. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you being here. First and foremost, I want to read something real quick to you guys. So, this was an address sent out to the Republic leaders on behalf of Zane Lawhorn, who is West Virginia senator. It's in regards to 3 days of repentance, prayer, and praise. As a matter of fact, if you notice down here at the bottom, there's a website, Prayer for Warriors America, at americaturnsback.org. And this is a message that was sent out that I'm sharing with you all. Republic leaders, now maybe more than ever, we need to turn to God in repentance, prayer, and praise. The Republic needs to focus on seeking God's face during this difficult time. Earlier this year, the Senate sent a proclamation to President Geiger to proclaim a 3-day event of repentance, prayer, and praise on April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd. He graciously provided a proclamation. I have taken it upon myself to create a website for you and other patriots to join as prayer warriors for America. I encourage you to go to www.americaturnsback.org and add your name to the list of patriots praying for America. If you are a pastor or know one willing to hold an event during this time of discernment, have them add their event to the schedule on our website. I have brochures available if anyone would like a few to hand out. Just email me and include a mailing address. We must turn to God and keep Him the center of the Republic so that we can unite in reconciliation and move the Republic forward to save America. Zane Lawhorn, West Virginia Senator. Thank you, Brother Lawhorn. Your message has been well received and shared. So tonight is a momentous night, if you will. We have a lot of information, Stacy, that we got to cover here in a short amount of time, right? So
yes,
how are you doing, brother? How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for inviting me, and that was a beautiful intro showing respect to our fellow brothers that have sacrificed their life for the freedom of this country. That was amazing.
Yes, it is. So you guys need to know that what we're doing right now is we're laying the foundation for a Sovereignment network, if you will. All right. And you're starting to see the pieces of the puzzle put in place to launch a multi-communications hub for the Republic itself. And so in the coming days and weeks, we'll have more information for you, Divine Ones, on where you're going to be able to get daily briefings, up-to-date news in relationship to the Republic, to all of our states, how our states are doing on their path to being fully de jure, And we can't wait to share that more information with you guys when you finally, when we get to that point. Now, I have a couple important points of information I have to share. So one, I'm going to read a statement that comes from the Wayshowers of the Republic, if you will. And tonight, Stacy and I are going to be talking about moving forward. What is most important for the Republic? And it's really quite simple. We have been laying a foundation over the last few weeks in the different episodes with blueprints and packages of what you guys need to do now. And so tonight, we're going to go over the packet information so that if you may feel a little lost, we're going to help, hopefully, by the end of tonight, have those questions answered for you all. All right? I love that. I'm going to post this. The Republic leaders need to show us that you are our servants. Well, that's correct. We are supposed to be in servant leadership roles. That is absolutely correct. We should always be in service. Always. All right. So I'm going to read the statement first. And this is to hopefully to give you guys an understanding of where we're moving forward in the Republic itself. We're trying to do things in a way that you guys will know definitively that there is a plan, because there absolutely is a plan. And in the coming days, in the coming weeks, we will start sharing more information about this divine plan itself. But it always has to start first. We have to make a statement. And then we're going to show you guys images that was shared with SG Anon that are actually the original documents of the Proclamation of Claim and Interest of the Republic for the United States of America and the Declaration of Sovereign Intent. These are treasures, but this shows you and will prove to you that we are reclaiming the original restored Republic going back to 2010 to 2012 time period. All right? So this is the statement that I've been asked to read. We are at the crossroads within the restored Republic, and we have made the right turn by reclaiming the original restored Republic. We are now the Wayshowers of the Republic, and we encourage all of our divine brothers and sisters of the Republic to go forward now and to take care of your delegation and your assembly. We are being guarded and guided by God, guardians, and all those that are in alignment with the greater good of this sacred work. We, with renewed energy, having learned a great deal, we are in a process now of moving forward. We take from this experience what is beneficial and flow blessings to all, even if they are choosing a different experience. We have been counseled to allow our brothers and sisters to go their own way if they are not fully aligned with us in unity consciousness pertaining to the original restored Republic moving forward. May we give them all our well wishes as they continue on their journey. Pardon me. You will have access to the necessary assembly setup packages, along with the necessary help you require for direction. It is our fervent desire to help with what all our willing hearts are requiring going forward in a positive and clear direction for accomplishment. There are simple steps and guidelines to follow. We are now on a very different course, and we are the Republic, and we are standing our counties up. Yes, we have hard work ahead of us, but in the end, we will reap great rewards and benefits. Just think, we are making history once more. It will be a history based in truth and no more lies. So we invite you all to feel pure and assured in happiness and know that life is transforming for the good. We will experience more in the way of abundance where everyone will prosper. Life will become easier. May we all feel May we all feel enjoying our families even more fully by the effort we put forth to bring our assemblies and our communities together in peace, harmony, and above all, love. We, the Wayshowers of the Republic, are moving forward in God's work to assist the restored Republic in helping to set up your assemblies. Just remember, we were here once before. The mission has not changed since 2010 to make every state de jure so that once again we can have a true Continental Congress to stand up the Republic once more. So that is a statement that we have now read and shared with you, Divine Ones, as well. So thank you for allowing us to do that. So before Stacy and I get started in sharing with you and going over the packets, because it's necessary that you guys understand these packets and how it's going to help you move forward to quickly set up your states, your counties and your states, so you guys can become du jour. All right. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some images. Some of these images are the actual original documents as held by the former president, Tim Turner, of the Restored Republic. He is in possession of the original documents. Let it be known, he is the holder of the original documents. And Stacy, can you express to these beautiful souls that there is no other documents? So if there are others claiming that they have additional original documents, that can't be so. Could you explain to us why these waxed seals validate there's only one set of documents, please?
Well, the wax seals that's from historical events. Everybody back in the day, the kings and all them, they would use the wax seal to seal their envelopes. Nobody could break that seal. If you broke that seal, then you would know that the document was tampered with. I would find it very hard that they would create more than one original with a wax seal document on it. I know there's been claims that there's more than one set. If there is, please bring it forth. It's my comprehension that there is only one set of originals, and Tim Turner, the man that was divinely guided to set up this republic, is the only man that's in possession of those documents.
Thank you very much. So here we go. We'll show you guys. This is history once again, and these were actually shared with S.G. Anon, and he has shared them on a few of his social media platforms. These are verified as original. SG has had the honor to look at these, put his hands upon these, and take images of these. These are verified original, first in time, first in right, as the authentic documents to the 2010 reinhabitation of the abandoned American Republic. This was from the period of 2009 through 2012, and SG says he reviewed them himself yesterday at an undisclosed location. It is also worth noting that these original pre-photocopied documents were recognized by the U.S. military and 132 international heads of state as the lawful and true American Republic government once again upon the soil, immediately prior to the FBI's 2012 kidnapping and imprisonment of now former Republic U.S. President Tim Turner during the days of Obama and Hillary. So here we go. All right, so as you can see, these are some of the wax seals on this document here, okay? And as you can see here, there is the signature to each one's seal, to the wax seals right here. This is the proclamation of claim and interest of the Republic of the United States. These are the original documents, as you guys can see. And here's the Declaration of Sovereign Intent. As you can see, there are the signatures of the Congress at that time. And the reason why we are showing you this is because we want you guys to understand that we are the Wayshowers of the Republic. We don't want to be called leaders, we're ambassadors. And we want to prove to the Republic that we are reclaiming the original restored Republic. And in order for us to do so, we have to provide proof and evidence, and this is your proof and evidence. Now, if you guys are wanting to see these, I would encourage you to look on social media on SG's platform. You can see them there. I'll also be sharing them over at the Redneck Renegades platform too, as well. But I'm not going to show you all these because there's 20 images here, and I don't want to take up all your time to do that because we got too much business to go into. But I wanted to show you guys just some of these so you can see that we have these documents. There's a signature and seal of James Timothy Turner. And these are just some more of these documents here. So anyways, there you guys go. So as I said, there's about 20 images in all. And we look forward to showing you guys that we are the ones that are helping, guiding the restored republic to move forward so that we can get enough states fully de jure so that we can finally convene a Continental Congress. And we look forward to that day coming very soon. We have a lot of states. We have a lot of governors. I think we're approximately around 37, 38 governors, Secretary of States, as it says right now, that are in unity consciousness with us and wanting to put forward this work to get their states, fully de jure. Is that your understanding too, Stacy?
That is correct. Yep. We're shooting for 40, and I believe we're definitely at 37. We've got a couple of states out there that we're talking to them. All it is a matter of getting a couple more signatures, and we will be ready to convene our Congress and move forward and do the work of the Republic.
Now, before we dive into the packet, I also said that I would help out here. Now, you guys need to know, Stacy is a good friend of mine, but Stacy is also very instrumental behind the scenes, working hand in hand with the different leaderships in the different states to help get their counties going with their assemblies itself. And we're going to be covering that here in just a few moments itself. So Stacy is walking people hand by hand through this process to show them it's painless, it's simple, it's easy, and we have the blueprint to do it very effectively. Now, I said that I would like to share this public notice of acknowledgement of the lawful statehood of Florida, and I was going to do that for them, so I have to keep my word. So it's called the public notice of acknowledgement of lawful statehood of Florida. 1. Introduction. We, the officers of the Florida Free State, hereby issue the public acknowledgement and the affirmation in accordance with the principles of equity and common law as recognized by the Republic of Florida. We explicitly align ourselves with the state acknowledgement and affirmation of Union circa 2011, asserting our rightful position as a free and independent state. Number 2, affirmation of our governance. We, the people of Florida Republic, acclaim our establishment of a republican form of governance, guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America from 1789 and the Bill of Rights from 1791. We acknowledge and affirm our unity with other free and independent states within the Republic for the United States of America. By our manifest, will and mutual agreement, we commemorate and lawfully protect our God-given, unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 3, upholding constitutional law. We, the Florida Free State officers, set forth a public acknowledgement and agreement with the state acknowledgement and affirmation of Union circa 2011, as it states the following. We, the people of Florida Republic, a free and independent state, establish and continue a republican form of governance guaranteed by the United States Constitution circa 1789 and Bill of Rights circa 1791. And we, the people of Florida Republic, hereby acknowledge and affirm that we are in union with the people on other free and independent states comprising Republic for the United States of America. And by manifest will and mutual agreement of we the people on this free and independent state, we enjoy and lawfully protect our God-given unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we the people on Florida Republic uphold constitutional laws, lawful treaties, and lawful contracts, and enforcement thereof for this free and independent state and union for the Republic for the United States of America, and we the people hold that all officials elected or appointed for the Republic for the United States of America agree to protect the God-given unalienable rights endowed to the people and to honor and protect the freedom and independence of states in union at all times in accord with the Declaration of Independence circa 1776, Constitution circa 1789, Bill of Rights circa 1791, and a republican form of governance at all levels shall be recognized, adhered to, and preserved. Number 4, recognition of lawful statehood. Under the guidance of lawful elected interim governor Michael Clay Bishop, who has steadfastly retained his office and oath since January 22, 2011, we, the officers of the Florida Free State, affirm our status as a free state. We firmly refute any attempts to impose territorial status as falsely asserted by the illicit application of the Northwest Ordinance, which seeks to revert our statehood to a territory contradicting our advancement since 1789. Number 5, renunciation of unlawful impositions. It is our unequivocal intention to formally renounce the imposition of the Northwest Ordinance of 1789, enacted prior to our statehood and imposed upon us by the interim national representatives with aims to strip the lawful statehood from the free state of Florida. Such actions undermine our state constitution and diminish the lawful remedies available to our elected leadership, Governor Bishop, facilitating the prompt conduct of lawful elections for our representatives. Number 6, rejection of overreach. We categorically reject the overreach of the national representatives attempting unlawful usurpation of our constitutional status, unjustly alleging abandonment to unlawfully alter our statehood status in eternal union with our sister states. Furthermore, we challenge this legality within constitutional law, referencing the ruling from Strata versus Graham 10, 1850, where the Supreme Court stated in part, quote, "The question presented to the court was whether the ordinance of 1787, which prohibited slavery in the territory northwest of the Ohio River, conferred jurisdiction on the court it was held that the ordinance ceased to be in force after the adoptive Constitution came into play. Chief Justice Taney clearly articulated, quote, "The Ordinance of 1787 cannot confer jurisdiction upon this court. It was itself superseded by the adoption of the Constitution of the United States, which placed all states of the Union upon a perfect equality, which would not be if the ordinance continued to be in force after its adoption." End quote. Number 7, notification of national representatives. Therefore, it is our obligation to formally notify the national representatives to desist from their unlawful attempts to forcibly categorize our state as a territory or undermine our governor's authority to begin lawful constitution processes to establish a representative government. All procedures aimed at reverting the Free State of Florida to a territorial status through an outdated ordinance must cease immediately. Number 8, signatories of Florida Free State interim officers. This document is endorsed by the undersigned, Michael Clay Bishop, interim governor of Florida, and Beverly Kilmer, interim secretary of state, Clyde Cleveland, interim chief justice, Robert Elling, interim justice, Sean Moore, interim justice, Christiane Lefferts, interim senator, Susan Price, interim senator, Craig Pearson, interim House of Representative, and Natalie DeMarco, interim treasurer. Thank you for allowing me to share that notification from Florida. Thank you, Stacy, for allowing me to do that as well, brother. I appreciate that very much. All right, so now let's dive into the wonderful packets to help you divine ones get your county set up as quickly as possible to become fully de jure so that we can get a constitutional or a continental Congress in place as soon as possible. So go ahead, brother.
Well, I want to lead in with, I just want to bring some clarity to this renunciation letter. I know there's been a lot of questions and concerns. Behind the scenes, a group of men and women came together to create this template. We used DocuSign so we could get it out as fast and efficiently as possible. I just want to clarify, it's a template. You guys, the men and women of your state, you can use the template for a guidance of your own documents that you want to create. We're not saying it's any form of a lawful document. It was just to kind of see where our states were standing. We recommend that you, whether you create your own document of renunciation or you use the template to print it off, get your wet ink signatures with all of your interim holders and file that within your own records. Just to bring some clarity on that, I know there was a lot of confusion about the lawfulness of it and if they could change the document. The people are in charge of their state. You can do whatever you want with the document for your state that you see fit. Leading into the assemblies, I just want to say that there was a lot of hard work by a group of men and women that created that powerful PowerPoint. ML introduced it a couple weeks ago with Dave Roberts coming on and doing a walkthrough of the process. I've been in communications, whether via Zoom or phone, over the last 2 weeks, trying to answer all concerns and questions. ML is going to show the documents. We put them in a specific order to align them with the PowerPoint. We're going to go through those documents, and hopefully this will help clarify any questions. But if there are questions, I am available anytime to give me a call, talk on the phone. We can do a Zoom to address any issues or concerns, because we are all about getting these assemblies stood up, because the faster we get them up, we get our states de jure, we can start officially electing all the officers at the state level and move forward in taking back our God-given rights and freedoms that this country deserves to finally get back to.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Also, I need to take care of an issue here too, because it's been brought to my attention in the last 24 hours. One of my divine sisters, who's from the great state of Wisconsin, brought it to my attention that there must be some confusion there with individuals who claim that I am a secret practicing Mason and all these other nasty things, and those are absolute lies. So once again, I will publicly state I am not, nor have I ever been, a Mason in my entire life, nor have I ever showed interest in that. I've always tried to expose that darkness and bring it out into the light to expose that darkness itself. And I will issue this public declaration that if anybody wants to continue to say things about my character, they want to put into question my motives, then you can come talk to me directly. I'm more than available to have dialogue and discourse with you. But, it doesn't do any good to spread lies and sow seeds of discontent, discord out there, because that's not what we're doing here. We're operating in absolute transparency, love, and light. All right, brother. So shall we bring up the first slide?
Yes.
All right. So now you have the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, this is the first document. Once you get your original meeting where you select your scribe, your moderator, and your bailiff, these are the first. We're going to cover the first three documents that are going to be filled out. And again, these are in order according to the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint gives you the ability to stop, fill out the documents before you move forward. And this one's the Declaration of Independence circa, it says 2021, but the date that you create your assembly, you would change that. Currently, we're under 2025. And then anything in highlight, you would correct that to your state.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Now let's get our second document up in here. All right. This is your deck. Oh, go ahead, brother.
The second document is your Declaration of Unalienable Rights held in inborn power. This again is done at the very first meeting. Highlighted is everything you will change to fit your state.
Okay.
Signature page or autograph page for everybody that was at the first meeting and your witnesses.
All right. Thank you.
This is your jural covenant of oath of office that all seat holders will fill out at the first meeting. Again, the scribe is the first appointment within the assembly. Once the scribe is appointed, he or she immediately starts taking notes, and the assembly is formed. Witnesses and autographs of taking the oath of office.
Okay. Let's see here.
This is just a breakdown of the settlement of your county on the land so that it is de jure. It's a step-by-step explanation of the processes that you've got to go through from the first meeting, selecting officers, how long the officers serve, the background of the assembly, how many witnesses you need to go to the courthouse steps to do your first reading, your second reading, your third reading of the preamble. And then it leads into how to post in the newspaper or using a URL link. And then this is getting into where you're going to go to the county commissioner, doing your reading of the preamble, and then filing it with the county recorder to get a certified copy.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Is that the one we just did? The settlements of your county? Apologies.
Yep. Here's a breakdown of the agenda for your county committee of safety meetings, telling you how to hold a meeting with new members, roll call, discussing of old business, how to do motions to vote on things, reading of the Bivens 3 times, your prayer, Robert's rules, addressing new business, and setting the meeting for going on.
Okay.
And as Dave said, you've always got to, in the meetings, you've always got to set the date for the next meeting, because if you don't, it's called sin die, which means your assembly is going dormant. We do not want to ever go dormant. We've got to stay active. We want to constantly be bringing in members. If you, every time, if you start your assembly with 5 members, the next meeting, if they each bring 5 members to the meeting to join, then you're at 10. If you continue to follow that process, within a 30-day window, you should have 50 to 60 members in your assembly. This is the Bivens. This is read at every meeting. That's to make a lawful notice that anybody that is of the de facto, as far as an employee of state, federal, county, city, township, agency, that they have to make themselves known at the meeting.
Now, it's my understanding we read it 3 times in our meetings itself. So is that what you guys recommend, is also reading it 3 times in a meeting?
That is correct.
All right. Thank you.
This is your county settlement covenant. There's 3 covenants in the packet. This is the one that you're going to read on the courthouse steps. It's just giving public notice of your assembly standing up on the land within your county. It's an announcement. You do it if you, for example, if you start on a Monday at 9 o'clock, every 7 days, you've got to go at the same day, at the same time to make your announcement. You've got to have 2 to 3 people that read, a person recording it, and then you all are witnesses to the reading each time you're out there.
Excellent. Okay.
Did we have a document before about the other preamble for the newspaper and the covenant for the county commissioner?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, this is the second preamble. This is the one that you're going to do legal or law. I don't like the word legal. Lawful notice in the newspaper, or you can do it with the URL to a website. Also, you go to the head post office in your county, speak to the postmaster general, and inform him that you want to post this notice on their boards, and for him to reach out to all the other post office around the county to let them know that you will be posting this on their bulletin board. Anything you post, put it up for 3 weeks. If you go back the second week and it's been pulled down, repost it, document that you've put it up there for 3 weeks.
Okay. Also, I have to say, these packets, we've been emailing these packets out. So if anybody wants these packets, you can actually send them here. I'll put my email down there. So if you guys are needing these packets, then we'll happy to share these with you guys and get you started on these things. All right. So there we go.
Okay, this is the third county settlement covenant preamble. This is the one that you're going to read at the county commissioners. When you do this, this is a party. You are making history. 3 or 4 people to do the reading, but you want to bring everybody with you. You want to celebrate the fact that you are about to make your county lawfully de jure on the land, because you're doing a prayer, you're reading this document to the public, not to the people sitting on the commission. You're just giving them notice. Then you turn around and read it to the public. Once you've read it to the public, you're going to go to the county recorder's office. You're going to record it on the land, which is the recorder, and you want to get a certified copy of that document.
There you go. I'm just going through all the different pages to this document. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. This was the right one there.
Bylaws? Yes, this is the bylaw document. This document is completely a template. Your bylaws are yours. You're going to take this template, you're going to create these bylaws for your own assembly. This is going to be a living document that's going to constantly change because it's your rules of your assembly in your county, and the people of that assembly set the rules because the power comes from the people. This document is solely a template.
Okay. All right. Is it the bilateral? Is the next one?
Yes. Bilateral social compact. Yes. This is another document. Completely a template. It's going to be a living document. It's going to constantly change as your assembly grows because the people of the assembly are going to create their bilateral social compact amongst the men and women of that assembly.
Excellent. So everybody can see there's multiple pages to this document as well. All right.
This is our trifold that Dave Roberts created. It's easily printed off. The only thing you have to change is the contact information in there. You would change that to your Secretary of State and your Secretary of State's email. Print these off, fold them up, put them on bulletin boards, hand them out to people. Just like the other day, we were down in Fairfield, Iowa, and we were just having conversation amongst ourselves at the table, and a group of men and women sitting next to us, they're like, we heard kind of what you were talking about. Do you got any information you could share with us? We handed out this pamphlet. This is a great way to get information to people that they can read at their own free will, and if they have questions, they can read out to us, because our entire purpose is to serve the people and share knowledge. And this PowerPoint or this pamphlet is a great way to give them an introduction to the Republic, the assemblies, why we want to do this, the difference between a republic and a democracy, de jure and de facto.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, it's going to cover Bill of Rights, the branches of government, courts, grand jury. Most people don't have a clue about the Constitution. They don't have any understanding of their rights. Our rights are inalienable, unalienable, and they come from the Creator, not from the government and not from man.
Okay.
This is just a little document that shows you how to do registered mail. The reason we say registered mail over certified. Registered mail is de jure. Certified mail falls under the de facto. Anything sent registered mail is completely secured. It is tracked from point A to its final destination in a secure lockbox, which is chain of title. if the chain of title is broken, the post office has issues. They do not, it's the highest form of sending mail, with giving yourself proof of service, because you can print off the tracking of it from the time it leaves your post office to when it's put on a truck to when it gets to a sorting facility, when it goes to the postal delivery guy, to the man or woman that receives it. It has to sign for the receipt of it. It's start to finish tracking.
Those are great visuals. Okay.
This is just a little cheat sheet of commonly asked questions about oath of office. What is an oath of office? What does it mean to be sworn in? I like to use the word affirm because we're not supposed to swear. And what is an oath of office? Per
Yes.
the procedure. Robert's Rules. Robert's Rules was established in 1876. This is a very simplified form of Robert's Rules that we use. If we implemented Robert's Rules as written, we'd never get anything done. Robert's Rules, it follows the English etiquette of men and women, how we speak, may I yield. Everything is about honor and respect.
Yep. And that's the final one there. That's great.
And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to ML. We'll get the packets out to you. We're here to answer any questions, do live Zooms with your state members, your assembly members. We're just here to help you, because if we can share the knowledge that has been handed on to us with you, we're just going to grow monumentally.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, I have become very good friends, especially, you know who your true friends are when you're in the line of fire. So over the last
Did we lose you, buddy? Well, I think he dropped off here a minute. I will want to say
Here.
this. Okay. You
Go
back?
ahead. Yep.
I was just going to say, I feel blessed and honored to have had the opportunity to meet amazing men and women over the last month or so. I've met more men and women that have a pure, true heart, that truly believe in this republic. And I love talking about the assemblies, the republic. And I just want to thank all of you for reaching out to me and giving me this opportunity to share my gift from my Creator through the men and women I met on my journey to bring me to this point in time to be a part of the journey with all of you. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm sorry I cut out everybody, but as I was trying to say, over the last 2 or 3 months, I have developed strong friendships, strong friends within the sisterhood, strong friends within the brotherhood. And these are truly divine souls who are truly in alignment with, as we call 5D Christ consciousness. They really are. And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to the coming days. And we have some amazing days ahead of us, absolutely amazing days ahead of us in this republic itself. The term Wayshowers, Stacy, the Wayshowers of the Republic, is very apropos with what we're trying to do here. Very apropos.
yeah, those who have no fear have come out of the woodwork. They're standing up. They don't matter how big the fire is or the attacks. They stay in their lane. They stay strong. It's just amazing how many men and women have truly stood up in the line of fire and said, we're going to do this. We're going to come together. Failure is not an option. Success is our motto.
Absolutely. Something we also have to talk about is our brother, Tim Turner. So I am getting together with a few individuals, and we want some really creative individuals to help us with this campaign. We are coming up with an idea of a campaign to present before who we call President Trump picked as the pardon czar, to have her take a look at Tim Turner's case and to reverse. He needs to be restored to his wholeness. That man was wrongfully imprisoned, wrongfully convicted. His life was turned upside down. And we have a responsibility. I really feel that if you are in alignment with us here in this republic, we need to take this next step and get our brother Tim off of parole, off and out of the situation that he's in, and have him not only pardoned, but he needs to have restoration, complete restoration. That is what's owed to him. Just like the January 6th prisoners, he is no different than that. He deserves this. And so we're seeking individuals that would like to help us in this campaign to get Tim's name cleared so that Tim can go out amongst, the country once again, spreading the message of the republic itself.
I just want to add to that. ML knows this. Some other men and women that I've spoke to today know about this. I had let's just say, a very well-connected military man reach out to me late last night. There are some amazing things that are going to start occurring with putting these corrupt court systems in check. I believe after talking to this man for 2.5 hours, I believe 100% he can follow and accomplish what he's been doing out in California, across the country, taking down these corrupt judges. He's got high contacts within the current administration, high contacts within the military. And as he said, once we clear out the court system, it's all about expungement. And that's what we need to do for Tim. We want not only to free Tim of being wrongly charged, but we want it expunged from his record. The man did nothing wrong. It should not be, his godly name should not be tarnished. He should be able to stand with his clean hands in honor. And there's the divine movement is happening. I could not have predicted it. It came out of nowhere. But when you're willing to stand in the fire, put yourself out there, it's amazing what God Almighty will do to protect his warriors. So
absolutely.
Great expungement.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're at the top of the hour, so thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time here tonight as well. Again, we're willing to email out this packet, as well as there's a correlating PowerPoint presentation to this. And Stacy has been very, very active in helping, working hand in hand with the states, getting their counties going, because, we have a marvelous work that is in front of us right now. We have a heavenly mandate to restore this republic to its original purpose itself. We need to make it perfectly clear. There is no 2.0. There is no splinter group. We are only reclaiming and have reclaimed the original restored republic as set forth by the pioneers of the republic in 2010 and 2012. We are carrying on their legacy to make sure that this nation, this republic, stands once more. That is what we're doing. Nothing more, nothing less. That is absolutely what we're doing at this time. And people need to make a decision at this point in time. We have provided enough truth. We have provided enough light for people to make quantitative decisions about the correct course of action that they need to take moving forward. Are you in alignment with 5D Christ consciousness and this republic, or are you staying in that 3D mindset where you're making your decisions based on fear and anxiety and trepidation, and in alignment with individuals who are not operating in absolute truth, light, and transparency? That is where we're at in this. Do you have any parting words, brother?
I just want to say this is my way of paying it forward for all the service that men and women have provided to me to get me where I'm at. This is my way of providing service to the men and women of this republic and of this great country called the United States of America. So on that note, ML, I thank you for having me on here. I look forward to doing more. And God bless the United States of America.
God bless the United States of America. And as I always say, keep your powder dry. Thank you for tuning in, Divine Ones. Thank you.